Hey everybody, it's Ranger Hoop here reminding you to pick up all your trash as you're going up and down these trails. It's been a little dry, so refrain from doing any of that open fire stuff. And for the love of God, do not feed any of the fucking animals, because that's going to be a whole lawsuit thing. It's the Hatening, it's Hoop. We're back while still being in the West Coast studio. And today I want to talk about hiking. Not only is that something that I feel like everybody enjoys, I don't know, actually not, god damn it, I immediately have to take that back. Can we run that back a little bit, please? Because, I guess not everybody does like being outside and like camping, and that fucking sucks, because like hiking fucking rules. Like, I don't know. We've been doing it a lot since I've been here in Los Angeles visiting super producer Andrew. But like even like back home and stuff, it's just like a fun activity, you know? And I guess like there are people who don't like to go outside and thus you wouldn't like to hike, but that's fucking wild to me, because like it is one of my favorite outdoor activities, I think. You know, I don't really have like a running list of my favorite activities, because I don't like to do activities and I don't like to be outside in general, you know? But like if I am going to be outside, like hiking is probably like up there, definitely top 3 things to do outside. Is it number 1? I don't know, it probably depends on my mood. But it like, dude, I fucking love hiking, and like it's been something that I've been doing since I was like a little kid, and it might just be because of the area I grew up in, but I feel like that's kind of like a generic family activity if you have access to like not even rural, but just like any type of just like wooded or like the geography, like anywhere that isn't a fucking city, right? Like you can go hiking, and like I don't know, I feel like everyone fucking does it, right? I don't know if everybody likes it, but I think everybody has gone. But like it's so much fun, like day hiking, or even like when you go hiking and then you end up like staying the night, like, you know, like camping hiking style, you know, dude, it's like backpacking and shit, so much fucking fun. Like when I was young, we used to go a lot, like we would go camping a lot, but also like we would go hiking a decent amount and do like day trails, just because like, you know, living in Hagerstown, like there was just ample places where you could go for like pretty like good day trips, right? Where you're not really like sitting around doing nothing. Like, so I was fortunate in that sense to grow up where I did, like where we could just kind of like go outside all the time. But walking in the woods, there's just like something about it where like, I don't know if it's just like some like deep like some like Jungian like psychological thing, right? Where like you're like recommuning with nature or some bullshit, or like getting in touch with like, I don't know, your DNA's memory or some crazy Terrence McKenna type bullshit. But like something about being outside is just so fucking relaxing and like so chill. And like when you're just kind of like walking around in the woods and you're seeing all the fucking plants and you're seeing like some of the animals running around, or like evidence of the animals, right? And then you get like, depending on where you are, like you can get like cool rock formations or like water things, or I mean normally there's like a destination when you're on a hike. Like obviously there are like just like circular trails that are more so to just like take a walk outside, but then you get like the sick ones where it's like, yo, what's up, like blah 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 miles down this thing, like you'll see some cool shit, and then at the end is like the real cool shit, like, you know, that's where the cool waterfall is, or like the swimming hole, or the whatever the fuck. And that's just like fun. Like it is pretty as shit, and it's like good ass physical exercise just to get out there and like fucking, you know, not like a lot of the like weird hippie shit where it's like commune with nature, become one with nature. Like you can do that if you fucking want, but like the bottom line is it's just like fucking sick to go outside and walk around in the fucking woods, you know what I mean? And if you want to like make it more mystical, like by all means fucking do it, and that's sick. And you have like it's very easy for you to like, you know, draw a lot of like mystical conclusions to like aspects of, you know, like just being outside in general. But like, and then like the features that you see along the way, like it was cool as shit. Like the other day we went to the Hidden Valley in Joshua Tree. I'd never been out there, which was cool as fuck. And like we're walking around and like you're looking at all this like real like really real alien like landscapes and shit, and it was like, oh, I can definitely imagine like being a dude and rolling up on this back in the day and being like, oh, this is fucking different and thus like special. So I think we're gonna do some religious stuff here, right guys? Like that's kind of the all right, cool. Like that, I could definitely see how that would fucking happen. You know, you see like these these cool little things in nature that like really catch your eye, and you're like, oh, what's up? Like you're here for a reason, I guess, or you're different, so I'm gonna pay attention to you for a while, right? And you see a lot of that stuff when you're walking around. Like, I think like pretty much every hike I've ever been on, like when traveling and stuff, because like, I don't know, fun fact, I suppose, like if you're on tour or if you like travel a lot and you need to kill time, like obviously like if you're in a city or something, like there's a lot of free stuff you can do depending on where you are, like museum wise and park wise and stuff. Sometimes parks have like hiking trails, but like, you know, if you have a lot of time to kill and like you can kind of like keep your energy up throughout the day, like I've gone on many hikes like on tour, and it's always been fucking tight because they always lead you to some crazy like geological feature or like just like sightseeing type of thing, right? And it's always really like rewarding and really worth it. And then you feel like you accomplished something, you know, you get your exercise in, you get the fresh air, you kind of like feel rejuvenated and shit. Like I feel like it really does a lot of good to like get outside into like the woods and walk around and shit, you know, and not to get too like, you know, real granola like dudes who wear sandals about it, but like, have I ever said that on here, how like you'll never see me in open-toed shoes ever? If you ever see me in open-toed shoes, it's a clone and you need to fucking put it down immediately, just 2 to the back of the head, and then just burn it, because that's not me at all. But like, no, like the hiking shit fucking rocks. Like one of the best hiking trips I ever went on was actually with super producer Andrew and my other friend Cheese, and we went on like a backpacking trip to the Finger Lakes up in New York. I forget the name of the actual lake that we like went on, but it was like, you know, we drove up and we parked the car, we had to walk for a couple hours to get to this like campsite thing, and then once we were at the campsite, like we were there for a couple days, and so we, you know, each day we picked like some big ass loop or, you know, or some like sightseeing thing to do that day, right? And it would be like a 5-hour trip or like a 4-hour thing or like I forget how long the longest one was, but we were out there for a fucking while. It was like a whole fucking day thing. But that was so much fucking fun. Like for real, I can't like recommend like backpacking and hiking and shit enough. Like just being out in the middle of the fucking woods and like, I don't know. It like, not to get all that like weird like primitive man stuff, but like it was really fun to kind of just like fuck off with the phones and the everything else and just sort of like be out there and live by nature's rules. It was honestly, it was pretty nice. I wish I could do it more. But like, you know, divorced from like the camping part of that trip, like the day hikes every day, like it was really fucking fun. Like, you know, it really was. Like I don't do a lot of like physical anything, if I'm being honest, like, and so like it's always nice to just like get out and walk and like do those like very labor intensive like trips, because they really are. But like, you know, like, and I've talked about this with like workout shit I think a little bit, but like cardio sucks obviously, but it's like important. And so like if you can kind of like trick yourself into doing healthy things or like things that are quote good for your body, like fuck it, like that kind of rocks, right? You know, so like like the other day I went swimming and like forgot how fucking like intense swimming is on your body, right? But it's fun, so you don't notice that you're like working the shit out of like weird ass muscles. And the same thing goes for like fucking hiking. Like even if you're not doing like an intense hike, just a normal ass hike, like that's a lot of walking. And like if you're going up and down in elevation and shit, or you know, you're jumping over stuff or kind of like doing like any type of interesting terrain, like you're really getting in there and fucking burning calories and doing all that shit. So like it's an easy way to like work out if it's like hard to get you to motivated to do that kind of stuff. Like, cause that's me. Like I know that I should be like running or like at least walking or like whatever, but that shit's fucking boring. But if we're doing it like in the woods and like at the end of the walk, I get to see like a cool waterfall, you know, or I get to go swimming or like do whatever the fuck, like get to see some cool rock formation. Like, yeah, fuck it. Like that's way sicker than like me in some fucking random room that's very air conditioned, like walking on a treadmill while listening to a fucking podcast or something. You know what I mean? Like the outside motivation definitely is like fucking sick. And I think that like, you know, it'd be cool if like more people hiked and shit. It's also just like a good way to spend the day if you have nothing to do. You know what I mean? Just like walking around outside and seeing some cool animals and shit. It's fucking tight. Like, you know, but like it really will, like it'll whoop your ass if you let it. Like, I mean, when Andrew and I got done like the last little hike that we did the other day, like I mean, I know he was feeling it too. Like, my ankles were fucking sore for like 2 days. Like, my calves and shit. Like, it'll get you, man. It's good for you too. Like, get out there and get a little bit of sunshine. But like, I don't know. I think that in terms of just like outside shit to do, like hiking definitely is up there. I mean, you can also like ball out if you want to be like a gear lord. You know, if you really want to get all like the fun accessories. If you're one of those motherfuckers, like there's a lot of cool gizmos and gadgets you can get that'll accelerate, you know, your walking and make it real comfortable for you to be out there just kind of like hitting the trails and stuff. I know people who've walked the Appalachian Trail too. I know a decent amount of people who have done that, and it's fucking crazy. It's so cool. I still am, you know, honestly jealous of people who have like walked the entire Appalachian Trail. It takes for fucking ever, but that's a fucking hike. I met a dude one time on tour who said that he was walking from California to the East Coast to go do some protest at the White House. I don't know if he fucking did. I mean, that was a long time ago. That was when we got arrested in Texas. That was when Misha got arrested. We met a guy who was walking a fucking rickshaw across America for the troops or something. It was a weird scene, you know, but I don't know. We're done. That's it. The episode's over. Thank you so much for listening. If you like the show, please like and subscribe. Give us a good review, you know, wherever you listen to podcasts. That's really the best thing you can do. It takes no time. Please do it. You can find The Hatening on all social media platforms. From there, you can find the remaining profiles for myself and super producer Andrew. Hit us up. Tell your friends. People have been telling their friends. We've been getting more listeners. It's really, really cool. Thank you if this is your first episode. What up? But yeah, take care of yourself and the people around you, and don't forget to tell your friends you love them.